With the inauguration, the moment where I learned, I've never said it publicly, it was the wrong thing to do.
Chrisette Michele Payne, born December 8, 1982. With the inauguration passing a few days ago and entertainers like Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and Soulja Boy receiving backlash for performing at a Trump event, today's feature, Chrisette Michele knows all too well what they're going through. After she performed at the 2017 inauguration of Donald Trump, she was essentially canceled by Black America, her #1 target market. The irony is striking now that many entertainers openly support Trump or appear at his events without facing the same harsh treatment. Yet Chrisette bore the brunt of criticism that all but derailed her career. For Michele, the backlash wasn't just a passing controversy, it became a defining moment that overshadowed her talent, achievements, and years of work in the music industry. Once celebrated as one of the most promising voices of neo-soul, Chrisette's career began with immense potential. Her debut album, I Am, in 2007 featured hits like If I Have My Way and Be Okay, the latter earning a Grammy Award for Best Urban/Alternative Performance. The critical acclaim placed her alongside the likes of Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, and India Arie as the next great soulful storytellers. Chrisette followed this with the chart-topping album Epiphany in 2009, which included the fan favorite Blame It On Me. Her ability to blend soulful melodies with pop sensibility gave her a crossover appeal that few neo-soul artists could achieve. She collaborated with hip-hop heavyweights like Jay-Z, Rick Ross, and Nas, proving her versatility as an artist who could seamlessly move between genres. Despite her undeniable talent, Chrisette's career has been a story of unfulfilled potential. Even before the 2017 controversy, there were signs that she was struggling to maintain her momentum. Inconsistency in her sound and creative direction led to mixed reviews on later albums. Her outspoken personality and clashes with industry insiders made her a polarizing figure. And when the Trump inauguration performance happened, it wasn't just her music under scrutiny, it was her character, her values, or her connection to the audience that had supported her from the beginning. The story of Chrisette Michele is one of immense talent overshadowed by missteps, timing, and circumstances out of her control. In today's feature, we'll look closer into her journey and break down the 3 key reasons why she didn't fully meet expectations as an artist. What happened? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC, StuntedGrowthMusic. Let's get it, man. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Chrisette Michele was born on December 8, 1982 in central Islip, New York, and raised in a deeply musical household. Her father was a deacon and her mother a choir director, which helped shape Chrisette's love for gospel and soulful music early on. She honed her craft at Five Towns College, earning a degree in vocal performance and quickly establishing herself as a powerhouse vocalist with a rich, jazzy tone. In 2007, she burst onto the scene with her debut album, I Am, which showcased her unique blend of neo-soul, jazz, and R&B. The project earned her a Grammy for the single Be Okay and cemented her as one of the most exciting new voices in music. Collaborating with legends like Jay-Z on Lost One and Nas on Can't Forget About You further boosted her profile, setting the stage for a promising career that seemed unstoppable. Stunt number 1, creative inconsistencies and industry challenges. One of the first factors that hindered Chrisette Michele's career growth was her struggle to maintain a consistent artistic identity and sound. While her debut album I Am and sophomore project Epiphany were critically acclaimed for their strong storytelling and soulful melodies, subsequent releases were met with mixed reviews. As she tried to balance commercial appeal with artistic integrity, her music began to feel inconsistent, and her fan base struggled to connect with the new direction she explored. Her 2010 album Let Freedom Reign, while ambitious, marked a significant departure from her earlier, more soulful sound, delving into experimental themes and production styles. Critics noted that the album lacked the cohesion and emotional resonance that made her earlier work special. Although she attempted to use her music as a platform to address social and political issues, the execution often fell short of expectations, leaving fans confused about the direction of her artistry. Additionally, Chrisette's outspoken nature and conflicts with key figures in the music industry created roadblocks for her career. Known for being vocal about her beliefs and creative vision, she sometimes clashed with producers, label executives, and collaborators. While standing firm in her convictions showcased her strength, it also led to strained relationships and missed opportunities. The music industry thrives on collaboration, networking, and image, and Chrisette's unapologetic stance, while admirable, often worked against her in an environment that rewards the ability to work together. As other artists in her genre managed to build cohesive brands and expand their reach, Chrisette found herself alienating some fans and colleagues alike. Ultimately, the creative inconsistencies in her discography and the tension with her professional network made it difficult to maintain momentum, setting the stage for the larger challenges that would come later in her career. Stunt number 2, the Trump inauguration performance. Perhaps the most significant and public blow to Chrisette Michele's career was her decision to perform at Donald Trump's 2017 presidential inauguration. At a time when Trump's presidency was highly polarizing, especially within the Black community, her choice to accept the invitation felt like a betrayal to many of her fans. For an artist whose core audience was primarily Black and socially conscious, aligning herself with Trump, even if indirectly, sparked intense backlash. Chrisette later explained her reasoning for performing, citing her hope to create unity and open dialogue during a divided time in America. However, her intentions were drowned out by a wave of criticism from fans, peers, and the media. Prominent figures like Questlove publicly expressed their disappointment, and social media erupted with calls to cancel her. The outrage wasn't just about the performance itself, it became a representation to some of her character and values. Adding to the controversy, Chrisette performed a lesser-known song intentional rather than one of her popular hits, which further disconnected her from the audience. Many viewed her appearance as a career move rather than a genuine act of bridging divides, which only intensified the backlash. The fallout was swift and brutal. Radio stations stopped playing her music, and she was dropped from several planned events and partnerships. Her 2017 album, Out of Control, released months after the inauguration, was largely ignored despite her attempts to address the controversy through her music. This moment marked a turning point in her career. For many, Chrisette became a symbol of cultural betrayal, and she struggled to recover from the stigma. While other artists have been able to navigate controversies and rebuild their career, the Trump inauguration performance became a poorly timed, defining misstep that overshadowed her talent and contributions to music. Stunt number 3, struggles with mental health and public perception. The third significant factor that hindered Chrisette Michele's career was her struggles with mental health and the complicated public reaction to her transparency. Following the fallout from her Trump inauguration performance, Chrisette spoke openly about the toll it had taken on her personally and professionally. She revealed in an emotional Instagram post that she had suffered a miscarriage due to the overwhelming stress and criticism she faced. She also admitted to grappling with depression, anxiety, and even suicidal thoughts during this tumultuous period. While her openness shed light on the unseen challenges artists often endure, the reaction from the public was divided. Some empathized with her courage in sharing her personal battles, while others dismissed it as an attempt to shift the focus away from the controversy that had damaged her career. Instead of becoming a moment of redemption, her vulnerability often became a target for further criticism, particularly on social media. Chrisette's efforts to rebuild her career through transparency and emotional storytelling struggled to resonate with an audience that still hadn't forgiven her or forgotten the Trump inauguration performance. At times, her candidness about personal tragedies, including her miscarriage, felt overshadowed by lingering resentment from fans who believed she hadn't fully acknowledged their hurt or taken accountability. In an industry where image and timing are everything, Chrisette's attempts to relaunch her narrative seemed to lack the cohesive strategy necessary to restore her standing. The sincerity of her struggles was real, but they often didn't translate into a unified effort to win back the trust of her audience. Rather than sparking a second act in her career, her openness became a double-edged sword, humanizing her to some while alienating others who were still hung up on the past missteps. These internal and external battles kept Chrisette in a cycle of attempting to move forward while being pulled back by unresolved tensions with her audience. All in all, Chrisette Michele's career serves as a lesson in how difficult it is to sustain momentum in the music industry, especially when key elements like image, charisma, and cultural connection are missing. While her voice was remarkable, it wasn't enough to elevate her into lasting stardom. Her career started with great potential as she captivated fans with her neo-soul sound and collaborations with industry heavyweights, but she never reached the level of mainstream success that could insulate her from the missteps and controversies that followed. She also lacked the dynamic image or magnetic personality needed to build a lasting presence beyond music. Her career appears to have permanently stalled, with little indication of a significant comeback. Chrisette Michele's story reflects the unforgiving nature of the industry and the importance of more than just raw talent. Without a clear identity, adaptability, or strong fan connection, even the brightest sparks can fade out. Salute, much respect, but for these reasons, musically, her growth was stunted. It's your boy JC, StuntedGrowthMusic, and I'm out.